The following event is a More Ace audio production. Introducing first, from London, England, the team of Ace and Skillit. This is the Kick-Out.
What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Kick-Out. My name's Ace.
My name is Skillit.
And this is your weekly rundown of all things WWE, all things pro wrestling. And we gotta apologise. First of all, apologies for there being no podcast last week.
Yeah.
Truth is, we was just mash up.
Yeah. Let's be real.
We was absolutely torn up WrestleMania weekend.
It felt like God put us in a sleeper hold
100%
for the whole week afterwards.
Does anyone ever really put you in a sleeper hold?
In real life?
Yeah.
No, I've been DDT'd. But I've never been, and I've been chokeslammed.
Who DDT'd you?
Well, in school, I used to play wrestling with kids, and you get the DDT now and then.
Yeah.
And, I have a lot of brothers as well, so you get the DDT now and then. Sweet chin.
Right.
But I professionally got chokeslammed in that "Do You Really Want This" video.
Yeah, you guys should go check that out. Skillit's music video is called "Do You Really Want This."
YouTube it.
He's an active wrestler and he gets chokeslammed.
Absolutely. If you want to see this video, just go on my YouTube channel, Skillit Music, Skillit Music.
Can you even describe what it feels like to take a chokeslam?
It's not pleasant at all.
Did you said it well though?
You know what? Because I have no training, I'm just going off the cuff of it was no. I think it was sold well, but it was real. It was real.
It wasn't really sold. It was just
it was a real thing.
Real pain.
Yeah, hit my niece hit my nose and everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. There you go. And I've had my cousin offer to put me in a sleeper hold because I always wanted to know if it really puts you to sleep, but I'm scared that I won't wake up, so I didn't let him do it. Like tie it in.
Yeah. No.
I think once my cousin put me in $1 Million Dream.
Really?
Yeah, and because the millions, do you know what's bad about the $1 Million Dream, which is worse than the sleeper, is that the sleeper, the person's putting you to sleep. But with the $1 Million Dream, the person kind of makes you put yourself to sleep because your arm goes around your own face.
Yes, it does. So it hurts more. It hurts more.
It's bad embarrassing.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so I was going to say fresh off the back of WrestleMania weekend. We're really not fresh. It's been 2 weeks now, but hey, we're here anyway. And again, let's give them some highlights from WrestleMania weekend. What were your highlights of the entire weekend? My
highlights were obviously Shane McMahon jumping off the cage was probably number one highlight for
100%.
me. Off the cell, sorry, not the cage.
Yeah.
Off the cell.
The cell.
I enjoyed the ladder match very much so.
Right.
And I enjoyed the women's match.
Yeah.
Very, very, very much so.
What about the entire weekend?
You mean in terms of the weekend?
Yeah, if we go for this is
NXT, man.
Yeah.
That's the main.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Sorry, yeah. So you're talking about the WrestleMania weekend?
Yeah.
NXT live event was my.
You think that was the match of the entire weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you don't know what we're talking about Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, which was awesome match. It might technically, in terms of technically, it was probably the greatest,
probably the best match of the year
of the weekend, 100%
of the year,
maybe of the year so far. And there's been some really great matches this year.
Yeah.
So far, we're only in April and we've seen some awesome matches. Some of my highlights of the weekend, I would definitely say, I think that New Day and the New Day interview that we did was very funny. Yeah, that was one of my highlights. Getting chewed out by Paul Heyman was another of my highlights. I thought the New Day segment at the end of their match at Mania with Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley was probably my favourite part of the whole show.
Yep.
Yeah, in reflection, probably my favourite part of the whole show. And just the vibe, man. I want to, again, just shout out to our good people at the WWE. I want to shout out to Dan, a shout out to Joel over at Shine, shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to all of our people, all of our good friends at WWE in the States. And shout out to Heather.
Yeah, she was lovely.
So shout out to all of our good friends at WWE in the States. Shout out to all of our good friends at WWE in the UK.
Shout out to Tom Fordy as well.
Shout out to Tom Fordy. From WWE DVD.
Home video. Yes.
Home video, sorry, you got to say that. Right, yeah.
He also writes for the Daily Telegraph.
He does his thing, man. He was like our travel buddy.
Yeah, man. Great guy.
Great guy. So, hopefully we'll be catching up with these guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Skillit have to discuss next week because I'm not really sure what's going on. The WWE in the UK next week.
Yeah.
We've been invited down to SmackDown.
Yes, we have.
We ain't sorted out Raw yet.
I need to sort out Raw.
Please sort out Raw.
I'm going to try and sort out Raw today.
Please sort out Raw.
I'm going to try and sort it.
So we've been invited down to SmackDown. I think we might have some interview opportunities as well. So Hopefully, just keep it here. Keep it locked, man. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment.
Kicker!
Exactly. Hopefully we'll have some great, and even if we don't get no interviews, we'll just give you a review of what went down.
Absolutely.
When WWE was in the UK, and that's happening next week. Maybe we'll do the podcast from. We'll work it out. We'll do something special for you guys next week, and I believe we're gonna have a guest next week as well.
Yes, we are.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about. I don't feel like we should talk about 2 weeks of Raw. We can just quickly wrap up what happened the night after. And can I just say this as well?
But the night after WrestleMania is very important.
It is very important. But they would have seen that already, so we can give our highlights of what went down.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to stay in Dallas for this, which we was a little bit upset about. But hey, it looked good on TV.
It did.
I'll be honest, it didn't. And I'm not just saying that because I wasn't there. That wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't.
Raw after Mania.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And it wasn't the best crowd either.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was in terms of what you're supposed to get for the night after Mania, you're supposed to have the best crowd because it's an international crowd, not just a local crowd. It's an international crowd. And we all know the international crowds are the best crowds, especially from the UK. So that helps. And then you get the surprises as well. It
was like they all tired after having NXT and Mania, then Raw.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a NXT takeover last WrestleMania.
No.
So, you have enough energy to do Mania and Raw.
Right.
But because they probably all saw NXT too, or majority of them saw NXT too. So they had NXT, they had the Mania.
Yeah,
they probably were tired.
They were probably tired.
So they couldn't be as energetic as normal.
I know, but I kind of feel like as well, the show wasn't as great as they expected it. You know what it is? Because I think it's just common knowledge. It was kind of like the unsaid thing that the night after Raw, after Mania was the best Raw. Now everybody knows what you're expecting. It has to be amazing, and I don't think they got the best Raw that they could have delivered.
Fair enough.
I don't think I feel like there should have been a few more surprises. There was some, but I feel like there needed to be a bigger one.
I mean, we'll talk about my favorite.
Well, let's talk about let me start again. Night after Mania, Monday Night Raw was from Dallas, obviously, because we were in Dallas for Mania, and it started off with Vince McMahon.
He came out, and what I loved was the crowd singing the No Chance in Hell theme.
Yeah, that was wicked. That was awesome.
The music stops and No Chance, which is probably one of the best themes as well.
Yeah,
that should have been in the top 10 themes.
Very good.
Yeah, and that was amazing. He comes out and he's saying how my son lost to Undertaker. My bastard son. But you know what? I have to admire what he did off top of that cell. And you know what? He's my son, and I love him. Yeah. And then Shane comes out, and then the crowd went crazy, and then Shane came to say, thank you for your support, goodbye. And Vince like, where you go? Nobody upstages me.
Yeah.
Nobody upstages Vince McMahon. And gave him control.
Yeah. Which, I mean, how did you feel about that?
It was just like,
what was the point of he just jumped off a cell?
Yeah.
What was I don't know, man. I mean, I was happy that he gave. Actually, we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But I was happy at that moment that Shane had control of Monday Night Raw. But it was kind of like, what was the point of the whole Mania match if that he was just going to get it anyway? I don't know. And you know what? I kind of didn't feel like Shane was selling the fact that he got dismantled by the Undertaker. Well, he looked way too fresh.
He was walking kind of slow.
A little bit. Do you know what I heard that he wanted to do a bigger stunt at Mania, but they shut it down?
Oh.
And I was just trying to think, like, what could he have done that was bigger than that?
Yeah, he probably did want to do something a bit more crazy.
Like what though? Put a ladder on top of the cell?
Maybe.
You never know.
Moonsault off the cell.
That would have been awesome.
Maybe he wanted to do that.
Well, we've never seen him do a moonsault in our lives.
No.
Oh, anyway.
But Shane's agile, so you never know.
Alright, so Shane is kind of currently the guy that's running Monday Night Raw. What other matches happened on this?
So after Shane got control, I believe.
Is that when he set the Fatal 4-Way match?
Oh, so he said that there was going to be a Fatal 4-Way tonight between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho.
Right. Sami Zayn didn't make it to the match
because Kevin Owens attacked him from behind.
He did.
Powerbombed him through a table.
And actually, do you know? Let's not get there because that was like the last surprise of the night, wasn't it?
I think so.
So what was the first surprise?
So after that, I believe it was in it. New Day had a match with League of Nations.
Yes.
So New Day beat League of Nations.
Yeah.
Then League of Nations said, "You got to cut off your weakest." Sheamus. You got to cut off who's holding you down.
Yeah.
And they beat up Wade Barrett. And I think that's it for Wade Barrett.
I think that's the way they've written Wade Barrett out off the
Does
show.
he not leave in June?
Yeah, I do think that's interesting. Maybe they're going to give him a little... No, do you know what they could do? They're in the UK next week. They might make him come out and do something against the League of Nations that makes him like go over really nicely. That'd be a really nice nod to him if they did that for him and made him look like that, because he gets an amazing reaction in London anyway. So if they can make him come out and look like a hero and make him look really strong in London before he leaves, that'd be a really nice nod to him. I hope they do that for him. I really do. Because it's another thing is we don't really have a UK homegrown star that is going to be representing at Raw or SmackDown, because Neville's injured. Obviously we've got Paige. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But in terms of the men, it's Neville and Wade's just got beaten up by the League of Nations. So hopefully, come next week, he can come back super strong. Okay, I hope that's what happens. I mean, June is what 2 months away, 3 months away. I don't think that. I feel like it's way too early.
Me too.
There was a really interesting tweet. Did you see this from the Young Bucks?
No.
Who, after Wade Barrett got beat up by the League of Nations, said, what did he say? Did he say the Bullet Club wouldn't do that to you? Are they part of the Young Bucks part of the Bullet Club?
Yeah.
So I think that alluding to the fact that he may be going over to Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah. What do you think of the Young Bucks?
I love them.
Yeah, they are
I think
awesome.
they're the best tag team in the world right now. So after the League of Nations kicked out Wade Barrett, then the lights go out and the Wyatts appear, and the Wyatts has turned face.
It's weird, man.
And the Wyatts turned face, or have they? And beat up League of Nations.
Yeah, like they haven't really explained why the Wyatts are now beefing with the League of Nations. This is really not clear. Like, especially since the night before they went up against the biggest face in the world, being The Rock and John Cena. Why the next night on Raw would they now be faces as well? It's weird. I think that's a bit strange. Yeah. And it's an ongoing feud, so I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. I don't know. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I was like, if they're making him out to be face for now until he ploys to suck in Roman Reigns and beats him for the title, I'll be happy with that. But I don't know what's going on. Why it's being faces doesn't really sit well with me.
Can I just put this out there, and you guys can hold me to this? Roman Reigns is going to hold the title until Seth Rollins comes back.
I think you're right.
But I don't think anybody else is going to get sniff. I think they're going to ride this out until Rollins comes back. I think he's going to have it for a long time. Okay. Or Cena.
I think you're right. Actually,
I don't think they'll give Cena another title run, to be honest. No. But yeah, I think Reigns is going to hold this until Seth Rollins comes back.
After that, we had the first debut of the day, which is Apollo Crews against Tyler Breeze.
Right.
Squashes Tyler Breeze, makes Apollo Crews look strong.
Does.
And
how do you feel about Tyler Breeze?
Man, he's a great talent. I just don't know what they're doing with him, man.
So whose fault is this? Because I think sometimes
it's a bit of both.
He's a good talent, but sometimes I think the gimmick can really squash you. Like, and the thing is, sometimes we like a gimmick for a little while. Like, Fandango was over at one point. Yeah. Adam Rose was over at one point. Yeah. Is that how far can you take it? I worry about this about New Day as well, actually. Is that how long before people don't like it anymore? And I think Tyler Breeze has really got one of those gimmicks that you're either going to really like or really hate. And I think people are more leaning towards the hate.
One of the reasons why they might not also introduce Bullet Club into the WWE is I feel if they put the Bullet Club into the WWE, it will kind of like they'll be so uber cool, right? It's kind of it'd be like the NWO effect, you know? Right. They're so uber cool that everybody else on that roster will suffer, right? And I think people like New Day, Tyler Breeze, people who are quite light-hearted or something to laugh at a bit, will suffer. Okay, and that's probably why they won't do that as well. So,
well, I've heard they can't call it Bullet Club anyway.
Yeah, they probably can't because of PG, right?
Yeah, not even that. I've heard that New Japan own the name Bullet Club?
They do, but for some reason, the rest of the members in Bullet Club are not called Bullet Club anymore. So basically, since Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows left, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are now called the Elite, and Tama Tonga.
So maybe
it's in a tag team with the other member. I can't remember the other name of the other Samoan guy, but them two are a tag team. So
maybe WWE did buy the name.
I have a feeling they did. So the maybe Bullet Club is probably copying.
Well, a lot of people
because there's a lot of shirts being not sold by WWE, obviously. But a lot of people wearing shirts at these events.
Yeah, but there is a rumor that they're going to call it the Battle Club.
They shouldn't do that. That's terrible. Bullet Club is better.
You don't like Battle Club? No. Okay. Skillet's not on it. Alright. Let's quickly. What did you think of Apollo Crews' debut?
It was cool. He beat his heart. Impressive.
Was it time for him to come to Raw? Huh? Was it time? Was it the right time?
I think it was a bit early, but I thought they should have made him a bit of an NXT main eventer. Yeah. Go up against Joe or something, or go up against even Balor.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess Vince wants to.
I just feel like that.
Wants more baby faces. I guess there's a lack of baby faces, maybe.
100%, but I just feel like that debut, to me, if I was him, I'd feel like Raw. That means I'm just going to be a mid-carder. I'm not.
He's going to be a mid-carder.
Yeah, they haven't brought him in to be
not anytime
any kind of champion.
Not anytime soon. You never know.
He's going to have to work really hard and get something.
He's definitely going to be Intercontinental US.
I don't even know about that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know about that. Maybe US. I don't know.
He'll probably dethrone. He's in country. Miz. Okay, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So after that, Roman Reigns comes out. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy.
I'll be honest. I like it.
That was good.
I think it's a really great way to spin it. It's just like, I don't really care if you boo me. I don't care if you cheer me.
That's how they should have always done it.
I'm the man. It doesn't matter.
They should have always done it.
That's good. I think it's a really good way to spin it. Well done to whoever wrote that. Yeah.
And then Jericho and then Sami Zayn and AJ Styles and Kevin Owens all come out. And then we see the four-way stipulation happens.
Right.
After that, Baron Corbin wrestles Dolph Ziggler.
Right.
Debuts on Raw. Beats Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was
a double count.
It ended in a disqualification, or was it a double count out? It didn't end clean anyway.
Okay, but Corbin looked stronger.
Corbin obviously looked stronger. What do you think of that debut on Raw?
Yeah.
You think Corbin's gonna work?
I think he's gonna work if they just book him like how they did NXT, but probably targeted like Reigns or something.
Really?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm not really sure about this guy though. I know you're a fan, but I'm not really sure, man. I'm not really sure.
After that, Zack Ryder comes out with his Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Says, hey, when I was a child, I took a photo of Razor Ramon in Madison Square Garden when he won the title against Shawn Michaels in a ladder match, the best ladder match ever.
Yeah.
Then now, after WrestleMania, when I won the ladder match, Intercontinental title, he took a photo with me. Woo, woo, woo.
I think that was a nice touch.
You know it, bro.
You don't think that was a nice touch?
That was a nice touch.
It was a really nice touch.
The Miz comes out, ridicules him, disses him, title gets put on the line, cusses Ryder's dad, has a decent match with him. Then Miz's wife comes back, Marcia. Maurice, sorry. I totally forgot about her.
It's spelled weird, I understand.
Maurice comes out and helps Ryder win the Intercontinental title.
But can we just quickly go back? The Miz wore the same jacket that he wore at WrestleMania, which I don't rate. I'm sorry.
Maybe a lot of money was
spent. Yeah, I don't care. Like, you wore it for the main event. You can't, like, if I wear something to, like, the MOBO Awards, I'm not gonna then wear it to work the next day. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, Zack, I got so many questions about this. Why is Zack Ryder's dad so hench? What the hell? He is so blench. Like, was he a wrestler or something?
I don't think so. He's probably was something in sports.
He's like chiseled.
He had Superman top and everything.
Yeah. He's wearing the tightest clothes.
Dentures ever.
Maurice looks good.
She's looking better than
I
ever.
think this whole thing has just been a ploy to bring her back, which I think is cool. I think she's
I think, but you know what? After yesterday's promo they had, yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that.
Working.
I think as soon as I saw her, I was like, this works, man. Yeah. I think it is more beneficial to the Miz, 1,000,000%.
Absolutely.
100%. Like, he needed this. 100%. Like, he was falling to the wayside. No one really cared. This gives him, like, extra lease of life.
That's his wife. They got chemistry.
It's really good. It's really, really good. How did you feel about Zack Ryder losing the next day, though? Like not holding the IC belt? I'm not
surprised.
Has he been a former IC champion before? Is this
First time.
First time.
Former US champion.
Yeah, I remember that.
But First time.
Tag team champion, is he a tag team title?
I think he was a tag team champion when he was in the Major Brothers with what's the other guy that left?
Who?
When he was in the Major Brothers.
I don't remember the Major Brothers.
Zack Ryder and can people help me out here? What was the name?
The Major Brothers. I don't even remember this tag team.
He was quite
I feel like
good.
you're making this up.
He got fired, man.
Oh, it's a blonde guy.
Yeah, they were both.
Yeah, I know you're
They were
talking
both in Edge. They were both greens for Edge.
Yeah. I don't think that they were tag team champions though.
They weren't.
No, I don't think they were. The Major, because actually there was a time when tag team wrestling was just like a lull in the WWE. Maybe that would have happened. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Yes,
They called Major Bros. Yeah, Major Brothers. Yeah,
I don't remember them being called the Major Brothers.
Yeah, the Major Brothers.
And they were the Edgeheads.
Yeah, and Edgeheads as well.
Yeah,
they were called Major Brothers and Edgeheads. Were they tag team champions?
I don't think they were tag team champions.
No, I don't think they were.
No, they weren't. They really weren't. They were the Ohio Valley Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Oh, they were actually the WWE Tag Team Champions. I'm lying.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
One time.
Yeah, I thought so.
There you go. Interesting. He's held it for one day. I mean, if you're Zack Ryder, are you happy that you got it at one time, or are you sad that you couldn't keep it for a little while?
If I was Zack Ryder, I'd be upset that I couldn't get a proper reign.
Yeah,
but then again,
if
I'm also Zack Ryder, I'll probably be happy I got that moment.
WrestleMania moment as well.
So it's you know.
Yeah.
I think that was their way of saying thank you very much, Zack Ryder, for all your understanding and patience of us not pushing you, and helping the guys in NXT get bigger and better than you.
Yeah.
And go back there and you ain't hype. And hype up the crowd with Mojo Rawley in NXT. Thank you very much.
And you say it's not a proper reign, but I mean, there's been people that we call like multiple WWE champions who have held the belt for seconds before it being cashed in on them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's still counted as a reign.
That's terrible.
But it is though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Chocolate reign.
Alright, what happened after?
The Dudleys faced the Usos. Dudley's beating up Usos. You know, Bob Ray does his stick. Yeah. I used to do this to your father.
That is
all
so
this stuff,
funny,
beating
man.
up with the Usos. And after they beat the Usos,
probably the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest pop of the night.
Salt and Sophie. Right in the club.
Probably the biggest pop of the night. Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
Big Cass finally debut on Raw. So a great pop. Great reaction.
Huge pop.
They're gonna do well.
The entire crowd knew the entrance. It was very good. I think the Dudleys are a really good team for them to kind of debut against. Yep. I'd like to see how this one pack goes out, how it pans out. Yeah, man. I'm very happy that they're in now.
Yeah.
And it's working. And yeah, the crowd loves them.
Yeah.
Enzo is the star though.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really watched Big Cass too much.
Cass is okay.
Is it just more about being a 7-foot guy?
No, but he's got charisma too.
Okay.
He's got charisma too, but just not as much charisma as Enzo.
What about as an in-ring performer?
In-ring performer is very much like Test.
Yeah, I did think that.
But he's okay. There was one promo they did in NXT a couple years ago, which is the best promo they've ever done, and they need to top this one. Well, apart from the Dimes one, if I had so many dimes that people say they will beat me, I will have 0 dimes. That was a good one. And they had another one when they said, you're coming out here flexing your muscles like you're Arnold. More like, hey Arnold, this should never get you off the stoop. I mean, that was years ago, and that's when I was sold on them. And that was Cassidy saying that.
Really?
I mean, well, Enzo said it, and no, Cassidy said the Arnold bit. Yeah, so
go on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got.
But I think Enzo wrote that. I think Enzo's the lyricist out of the two.
I definitely. I've been seeing so many pictures on Instagram of Enzo with like Wale and Chris Brown and
hip-hop head, massive.
Yeah, I mean he's going in. Yeah,
well.
He's going in.
Charlotte after that had a promo about the women's division.
Yeah, right.
How important it is, and the crowd tried to hijack it by singing Bailey and We Want Sasha.
Yeah,
and
Becky Lynch even got a chant, which I was happy for her about.
Yeah, Becky Lynch got a chant. Yeah. I just feel they knew where the promo was going, and that's why the promo didn't get respected. Because, she was trying to say all these nice things about the women's division, how we finally got her. And, I think she expected the crowd to react in a positive way. Like, yay.
They knew what was going to happen.
But they knew she was going to heal on them, so it just didn't work that way.
Because even when she was giving the praise, it didn't really come across as praise. It was
so Charlotte needs to work on her timing a bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's time for the main event. 4-way.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn's out. So who's going to replace Sami Zayn?
Yes. Cesaro.
The Swiss Superman. Great reaction for
great
the
pop.
Yeah.
I've got problems with this though.
Why?
Because I don't know what they need to do with Cesaro to get... He's over. Don't get it twisted. He's not as over as he could be. But I don't like the breakaway suit. I don't like the sunglasses.
It's like James Bond now.
It's just a bit dead, man. It's like... And it's just like... He needs more. I don't know what it is. But I thought the suit thing was really crap.
Okay.
What did you think? And I think, and I kind of don't understand what they're getting because, okay, is it like you're saying it's a James Bond kind of thing, or is it like a Secret Service thing because he's wearing an earpiece as well?
Yeah,
I'm not really sure about the. I don't know, man. I think the best thing Cesaro's done was in terms of like being over was the tag team with Tyson Kidd, obviously, and the King of Swing thing I think was good as well. But this, I'm not really digging.
Okay.
What do you think? Am I being harsh?
It's great to see Cesaro back. The suit doesn't really bother me too much. They shouldn't, he talks now and then, but they keep his talking minimal. I think they're trying to do that with AJ and Reigns as well. I think they're trying to make the people who ain't the greatest talkers minimal. You know what I mean?
AJ's not a bad talker though.
He's not great though. I love AJ Styles. I love him, but he's not a great talker either. But
he's not as bad as
keep it minimal.
Reigns, to be fair.
No, he's not as bad as Reigns, but Reigns is doing better now that he's getting less time to talk, which is better.
Right.
So the suffering succotash, son.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
That was when everybody turned on him.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's not even his fault. Whoever wrote that for him, i.e. Vince.
Terrible.
Oh, God. So that was the... so AJ Styles won is going to be the number one contender.
Yeah.
And a great match. That was a great match, by the way.
Deserving number one contender?
Absolutely. AJ's been deserving. He's been doing this for years, 16, 15, 17 years. I don't care if he just walked in the door. Give him that title shot. He's not going to win it, but give him a title shot. Make the crowd love him. Do that whole Cena reaction with the crowd. Make the crowd cheer AJ and boo Reigns,
I think it's interesting that you say that he deserves it.
Of course he does.
No, he does. In terms of like what he's done, I think there's a lot of new fans that are not really aware of AJ Styles. I'm like, right, who's this guy? He's just got a title shot straight away. Well, I kind of, and you'll probably correct me on this, and you'll probably disagree with me. I feel like Sami Zayn didn't deserve that. I feel like he has more to do in the company than go straight for a title, for that title. I feel like he'll be a great IC champion. I just feel like he's got so much more to do before they put him on that platform. I think it's way too early.
I just think it was just a nice way to kind of elevate these wrestlers. I don't think anyone necessarily think they were going to win it. It's just a nice way of just elevating these guys to be like, you know what, these guys could be number one contenders one day and champions one day.
Right.
Just,
There you go. Anyway, that was the night after Raw. After Mania.
After Mania.
Yeah.
We got Raw yesterday's Raw.
Yesterday's Raw.
It starts back with Shane McMahon being back.
Yeah. And
he said, thank you so much to the crowd.
Which let's be honest, is bullshit.
Your love and support on social media.
It's bullshit. Because when has WWE ever listened to the fans? Or have they ever listened to the fans?
I'm going to use my body.
and you know what? He's just another thing is, I love Shane McMahon. I love Shane O'Mac. But the swagger's really gone.
Yeah, he's lost it.
And what happened?
I think he's lost the love for wrestling.
It's really awkward to watch the promos now. Like, every time he's on the mic, it's just like not fluid.
Well, after that, Kevin Owens comes in.
Yeah.
Interrupts him, actually. Says, I deserve a rematch for my IC title.
Which is true.
Because I didn't lose my IC title. Then Shane, in the worst promo way, said, I'm not going to give you a title shot. I'm going to give you a match. And whoever wins that gets the title rematch against Miz. And you'll face Cesaro. Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cesaro comes out in a really bad suit again.
And this match starts right now. And it was a good match.
Really good match.
Very good match.
Really, really good match.
And Cesaro pulls off the win.
Clean as well.
Clean win. Cesaro gets his title shot against The Miz.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that's going to be in Extreme Rules.
Yeah. Payback's the next
pay-per-view. It's Payback, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's going to be in Payback.
Yeah. That should be a good match. Actually, really? I will see.
I think Cesaro will make Miz bring,
Yeah, I can't imagine Miz losing that, though.
No, he won't.
No, I don't think Miz will lose that.
After that, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, do you know, what do you think of guest hosts on Raw?
I hate it.
I fucking hate it, bro.
I don't think it's ever worked. Even for someone I like.
Yeah.
I don't think it works.
Even like Kevin Hart, who's the funniest man on the planet. He's just, I don't like, especially when you can tell that they're not wrestling fans.
No.
It just doesn't work. Jon Stewart, I thought was good because he got involved in the matchup. And you could tell he was like, he's a wrestling fan. He knew what was going on. Even like his angle where he didn't want John Cena to tie with Rick. I liked all of that.
Funny.
I thought it was wicked. I laughed
my head off when he said that.
Yeah, I thought it was really, and it's something I felt in my heart as well. Like, I don't feel like John Cena deserves that to be up there with Cena, with Ric Flair. Although John Cena is a great, do you know what? I'm not one part of the John Cena hate brigade.
No, I like Cena.
But I do feel like Ric Flair deserves that on his own because he's Flair in it. He's a god.
There's nobody like Flair.
Exactly. But I hate guest hosts on Raw.
And
freaking hell.
Especially the ones who just pretend they watch the show.
Oh, it's so bad.
I've been watching you on the network and you could just win on your own. You don't need your daddy holding you back, Charlotte. You don't need your dad.
And I hate.
And then he had a woo-off with Flair at the end.
That was terrible.
The best woo-off ever was Jay Lethal and Ric Flair at TNA.
I don't remember.
And don't you ever forget it.
I'm gonna
WWE.
Can we YouTube that one?
I will YouTube that afterwards. Have you not seen that woo-off?
No, I gotta see that.
That's what Jay Lethal did, the best Ric Flair impression ever.
Hilarious.
So after that, New Day comes out.
No more guest.
No, please, WWE. No more. New Day comes out. Talk about the tag team tournament.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who's going to win the tournament because they're all booty.
Yeah, that was funny.
And it kicks off with the Lucha Dragons versus the Dudleys.
Yeah.
And which the Dudleys dominated the Lucha Dragons. And Bubba Ray was doing his stick again with "Go Viva la Mexico" and beating up Sin Cara.
He's a great heel. He's so good.
And I just think that this brings a new life to the Dudleys.
Yeah.
And the fans were loving it.
Yeah.
And so the Dudleys advanced, the Lucha Dragons get knocked out.
Yep.
While that happens, Enzo and Cass comes back out. This is the Dudleys again.
SAWFT.
Soft. And Enzo and Cass, Dudleys were saying that you won't behave, it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
And then Enzo said, I wouldn't behave, my mom and dad didn't get it on.
That was good.
How you doing?
That was good. How you doing?
But D-Von is basically repeating what Bubba said.
Yeah. D-Von, you know what's funny? D-Von's got a good voice, but you can tell that the brain is not.
Wouldn't be here. It wasn't us. Testify.
It was funny. If you go watch their Hall of Fame speech and Bubba just cuts in and goes, no, you only just say testify. That was funny. Yeah, that was very funny.
Because get your own damn table.
Very funny.
So I guess Enzo and Cass is good, and the Dudleys will probably happen in Payback because I'm assuming Enzo and Cass will get knocked out against the Ascension or something. Maybe the Dudleys will. Maybe the Dudleys will face Enzo and Cass in the tournament. How you doing?
Do you know what's funny? I looked at the brackets, because it won't. Oh wait, when is Payback?
In 3 weeks.
Okay, no, because basically when is? Oh yeah, maybe. So basically, if the Ascension
is not going to be Enzo and Cass.
I know. Okay, so just say Enzo and Cass, but that's probably going to happen next week on Raw, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so then there's 2 weeks left. But I think whoever wins that match goes on to face the Dudleys.
Well, I've got the tournament right here. So the Dudleys already knocked out. Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, so that's it.
But it won't be a Payback though. It'll be like on a Raw. It won't be like.
Oh, it'd be on a Raw, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know because the title match is at Payback, isn't it? Yeah, so it'll be before Raw.
Do we know that for sure? Do we not know that the final might be in Payback?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the final's at Payback, that means that the Dudleys and Enzo and Cass have to meet
before then.
That's
a good point.
Yeah. But it does. I feel like they're not even going to meet in the semi-final. No. They meet just before the semi-final, right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, who is going to go on to win this whole tournament?
The Vaudevillains.
No, they're not. You want them to, but they're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather around for the certification of the spray. Something in certification. Simon Gotch. In English.
They're not going to win it.
The Vaudevillains.
Who else have we got? Who else is in there?
I just lost the damn tournament. I just had it.
So I know the Social Outcasts. Did they get beat this week?
Social Outcasts got knocked out.
So the Usos are still in.
Yeah.
Usos are still in. Usos have advanced. Dudleys have advanced. Enzo and Cass in the Ascension. And then you've got the Vaudevillains. Who are they taking on?
I just had the damn tournament, man.
Vaudevillains versus...
Vaudevillains will take on...
Goldust and
Golden Truth. So Vaudevillains will win that.
No, they won't. Why'd you say that?
Vaudevillains are going to beat the Golden Truth.
You don't know that.
Of course they are.
You genuinely don't know
Check this out. So it'll be Usos and Vaudevillains in the quarterfinals. Right?
I think Golden Truth is going to advance.
The Ascension and Dudleys in the You have Enzo and Cass and the Dudleys in the quarterfinals. The Vaudevillains will beat Usos because maybe Anderson and Gallows will beat Usos again.
Yeah.
And make Ascension go into the semifinals. I mean, Vaudevillains go into the semifinals, and then maybe be Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains in the semifinals. And whoever wins out of them two will play New Day. You don't honestly feel R-Truth is going to beat...
They're giving him a lot of on-screen time.
Stop it.
They are, though.
Ace.
They're giving him a lot of on-screen time.
Hey, stop.
Speaking of tag teams, though, quickly. So I'll be honest, I don't know who's going to be facing the New Day. I can't call it. I genuinely can't call it. I can't call it. It'll probably be the Dudleys again. I don't think it'll be Enzo and Cass.
Vaudevillains.
I don't think it'll be Enzo and Cass.
Vaudevillains.
You're calling the Vaudevillains. They haven't really given them a proper introduction. They're just going to go on and win a tag team tournament.
They were debuted in SmackDown, didn't they?
Exactly. Who gets debuted on SmackDown? They're not going to let them go on and win the competition after they've been debuted on SmackDown.
Good point. We'll see.
Maybe
Enzo and Cass versus New Day.
Nah, that's way too much.
That's
too much. Nah, I don't think it is. I think it's likely to be the Dudleys or Bullet Club are going to try and worm their way into the actual tournament.
Yeah, they might do something.
For all we know, like the Usos maybe they might play that they're injured now or whatever.
True.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Because they did take a beating.
They're taken out.
Yeah. We keep seeing these weird promos with. Did you see this? The Puerto Rico promos.
Primo and Epico.
What is that?
They look like they're coming back.
As what?
As tourists or tour agents for.
I feel sorry for these guys, man.
The great country of Puerto Rico.
I feel so sorry for these guys. It's dead.
So after Enzo and Cass's thing, Roman Reigns came in the ring. Says it again.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad guy.
I'm not a good guy.
I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy. Then the League of Nations interrupts him.
Yeah.
And then the Wyatts come back to save Reigns.
Yeah, which, again...
And then Shane, with no promo skills anymore, says...
I'd like to see this, man, as a fan.
Tag match between you guys.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
What did you think, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
And I feel that same way about Epico and Primozo. Yeah.
I don't understand what are they doing with the Wyatts, man?
Don't know.
Like, so now the Wyatts are just going to hang with Roman Reigns, like, after they beat him up so many times. Do you remember the amazing matches between the Shield and the Wyatt family?
Absolutely. That should have been WrestleMania.
My God.
That should have been WrestleMania.
They were so good.
They should never have done Bray versus Cena.
Yeah.
They should have done the Wyatts versus Shield.
That was so good.
Don't know why they put that on Fastlane or what the equivalent to Fastlane was.
Was the Wyatts... Actually, I bet I know that answer, what your answer is going to be. The Wyatts versus the Shield better than the Shield versus Evolution?
Of course it was.
Why?
It was more of an entertaining match. It was more thrilling. It was more exciting to see. They were fresh. You know what? I'll give it up to Evolution versus Shield, though. There were some good matches.
Yeah.
Amazing matches. But I felt the Wyatts
versus the
more
Shield
exciting.
was sick.
That match they had before the WrestleMania was incredible.
It was so good.
That should have been a WrestleMania. I don't know why they changed that.
And it was like something going on in every part of my TV screen. It's just like nuts. Anyway, let's not talk about old stuff.
So after that...
Yeah, well, now quickly, the Bray Wyatt, like, in your opinion, because you're a big Bray Wyatt fan, are you enjoying this new look? It's not even a new look, to be fair, but it's just a confusing stance that they have with him now.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't really changed as a character per se, which is good, but I just don't know what they're doing.
Anyway, all right, let's keep it moving.
Dr. Phil comes out to commentate against Natalia versus Charlotte. Natty.
Yeah.
Great match, Natty versus Charlotte.
It was really good.
And the crowd was really into it.
They were.
Very good match.
Loads of near falls. At this point, we kind of know how every Charlotte match is going to end.
with Flair.
With Flair kind
until
of
the day
helping,
Charlotte
yeah.
decided to do it by herself.
Yeah, I mean, she tapped out to the sharpshooter. Everybody does, though, innit?
Yeah.
But the referee disqualified Charlotte, which was annoying. To be fair, I can't see Natty getting another women's championship run.
Well, she's probably going to get a rematch for Payback, and then after that, that'll be end of Natty, and it'll be Charlotte versus someone like, I don't know, Paige maybe, or Charlotte versus someone like, I don't know, Alicia Fox, or, they'll just delay it until they do Charlotte versus Banks.
At SummerSlam, probably.
Yeah.
That'll be a good SummerSlam.
And then Banks will win it in Brooklyn.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So after that, Sami Zayn has a promo with Renee Young backstage saying, I've worked all my life for this moment, and I'm not going to let this moment slip through my fingers, and I'm Sami Zayn, and I work hard. And then AJ Styles comes out and says, hey, I respect you, but I'm not going to make you win today.
Right.
Bye. After that, Social Outcast faced the Usos. And the one good thing I do like about Social Outcast is that lap around the ring.
That's funny.
I really enjoyed that.
It is funny.
So when they were doing that, they were having control of the match, and then they decided to do the whole run around the ring.
Yeah.
And they end up losing.
Right.
Because of that. And then after that, Uso celebrates. Then Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, Bullet
Yeah.
Club.
What do you think of this debut, man? Because
It was a good debut.
I want to disagree, because I feel like for a rumor that we've been hearing about for months upon months, and for something that everybody's been excited about, like I speak to every wrestling fan, and all they mention is Bullet Club and when they're coming and what's going to happen. I just feel like they could have did it bigger.
I agree with that, but you never know what they might do. They might establish them, because obviously how Bullet Club formed in Japan was they were all known wrestlers by themselves,
right.
And then it all became a crew. So they might do that exact same thing, where it's like, oh yeah, we were Bullet Club before, we're doing our own thing right now. Oh, wait a minute, let's reform and take over the WWE now, and they're doing a bigger scale.
Doc Gallows has had so many lives in terms of wrestling.
Yeah, and this is the one that's going to be the savior for him, so that's good.
I like them kind of stories where it's just like he just keeps going. He got fired. He went to TNA for a little while. He was part of the Aces and 8. Did you ever catch that?
Aces and 8, I saw some of that, but I wasn't really a big fan.
It was good, It just wasn't. It was some of it was really good. Some of
that
it
was like
really
TNA's
good.
Bullet Club, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, some of it was really good. Some of it was stupid. And
but was that before? That was before Bullet Club, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bullet Club was 2013, I think.
When was Aces? Yeah, I think
Aces and 8 was like
before that,
2012, 11.
Yeah, I mean, and he's back now. So I remember him being part of that. Was he? He was like, tell me if I'm wrong. If CM Punk referenced Doc Gallows in the infamous pipe bomb.
I'm not. Yeah, he did, because Gallows was part of the
Straight Edge Society. And he was talking about the fact that Vince and that let him go, and he was a great talent. And so it's really good to see him back in there. And he looks awesome.
He does.
He actually looks really good.
Shape.
He looks really good. So big up to him, man.
So yeah, that was the crowd was loving it. The crowd was excited to see them. Great reaction for them, right?
Yeah, man, really good reaction. Like I said, I just felt like they should have done it bigger, a little bit bigger. I mean, I almost feel like that could have ended the show.
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
It is what it is.
After that, Miz and Marcia had a backstage promo.
Why do you keep calling her Marcia?
Oh, what's her name? Maurice.
Sorry. Marcia's like one of your aunties or something.
Miz and Maurice
yeah.
had a nice backstage promo where it was like a very Hollywood, and Miz had the cucumbers in his eyes, and Maurice is telling him the type of water to drink, and kicking out people that we don't need this. This is not what we ordered. You get out of my locker room. And JoJo, stop trying to flirt with the Miz. And
funny.
It was quite good. And then Cesaro comes out and says, I'm going to beat you for your title.
Yep.
Then we have AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Brilliant match.
You'll know better than me. Did these guys have history in terms of being in the ring together? Before,
not
like, pre-WWE?
really. No.
Not at all.
Because when Sami Zayn was in Ring of Honor, AJ was more TNA at the time.
Right.
I think they have wrestled before, but
I just felt like the
not
promo,
in a big scale like it should have been.
The promo that they cut where Sammy was talking to whoever he was talking to, and then AJ kind of interrupted, it made it feel like they had history. But then I kind of feel like, well, when would they have had history? But anyway, yeah, it was a really good match.
I definitely do think they wrestled before.
Okay. It was a really good match. What do you think of the match?
But it wasn't in a single capacity. I think it was like a triple threat.
Oh.
And the match was good.
Really good match.
Yeah.
Were you waiting for Kevin Owens to get involved, even though he was injected from the building?
Yeah, me too.
I still thought like he'd get involved.
Get involved, like Austin would do. Austin would get kicked out and somehow
still come back. Because I felt like I never felt like Sammy was gonna lose that clean in the way that he did.
But I'm glad to see they're giving like proper good matches, man. This is like normal win, normal like not everything has to be interference. You know?
Yeah,
it's good.
It was a good match though. Really good match.
Very good match. AJ wins, so AJ still get his title shot against Roman Reigns.
Yes. And then we had the main event.
Well, we had the Jericho highlight reel being interrupted by Dean Ambrose,
which I thought was dead.
Awful.
Really?
Then we had Apollo Crews versus Adam Rose.
Okay,
Then the main event.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns versus the League of Nations or League of Booty. What do you think?
Now.
I just don't really understand it, if I'm totally honest. Like, where are we going with this, guys?
And Reigns was giving the hope because when they won the match and, you know, Bray beat Sheamus with the Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
And Reigns look at Bray like, oh my God, you helped me.
Yeah.
That type of look, but it just didn't sound right. It just wasn't like... If you're not a wrestling fan, you wouldn't probably tell that was supposed to be him saying, oh, you helped me out. But I noticed that Bray came out saying, Los Angeles, we're here. And they stopped doing that.
They don't. Yeah, why don't they do that?
Because the crowd will react to them in a positive light. And now they're bringing that back so the crowd can react to them in a positive light.
Right.
So it's a face turn.
I used to love that, you know.
We're here.
I think that the Wyatts, I heard someone else say this, and I really agree, like, with how amazing women's wrestling is at the moment and all the different characters, I think that it would definitely benefit from having an actual Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Do you not think? I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
She's going to be like...
Is she supposed to be dead or something, though?
Yeah, but they could resurrect her, or she's like... Or the daughter of my sister Abigail, and she calls him Uncle Bray. That would be sick. And she's crazy. Like, she's got straggly hair and I don't know. Is there any female? Because I don't really watch NXT as much as I should. Are there any NXT women at the moment that could take that character? Do you think?
I mean, they're all pretty much pretty girls.
Okay.
But I can't remember her name. There's an independent female wrestler that's kind of like rough around the edges and I think she went for a tryout of NXT. If anyone can remember her name, please tweet. I can't remember her name now.
I think she could fit that.
It's like her name's like Power or like it's some sort of like a Chaos. I think it's Chaos.
Okay.
Is it Chaos? Let me just double check that.
You think she could fit the role for that?
Well, if they change her up, she could probably be a Wyatt.
I genuinely feel like they need a Sister Abigail. It's like, I feel almost and the things, I know like the women's division have got their own thing, but I just feel like they should integrate it more. Like we've said in previous podcasts that there should have been a female in the League of Nations.
Yeah.
Maybe not the New Day. Let's leave that alone. But yeah, I think the Wyatts having a Sister Abigail would be an awesome look. Have you found this woman that you're talking about?
I'm trying to. 1 second.
She's an independent wrestler at the moment.
Yeah, but I think she went for a trial with NXT.
Oh, okay. How did it go? Do you know?
Yeah. No, that's not it. That's not what. I can't remember her name.
Okay. There you go. I just think that if you guys got any opinions on who you think that could be in terms of Sister Abigail, a real life Sister Abigail for the Wyatt family, let us know. Kick Out Podcast United to get us, or leave us a message on SoundCloud.
What's your best Bray Wyatt impression? Can you do one?
I can't do a Bray Wyatt impression. I've been trying to do the crab thing, which I think is
I can't do that.
The most impressive thing. What about you?
I don't know.
No.
I think you gotta think of like he's gotta think of random things to talk about, man.
I'm happy they've brought back the
flowers and the trees. Yeah, you got to mention like that. The things that you see around the world. Arsenal kid hanging on the wall.
He's so good. He's very good. Very, very good.
And when the pure water gets poured into the glass, I will be alive. I don't know.
I think that's about it for us then, man. Again, we're going to be hopefully catching up with some WWE superstars next week. If not, we'll just give you a review of what went down at the O2 Arena for Raw and SmackDown. Love when WWE come to the UK. It's always an amazing show. The energy is amazing. If you get opportunity to go see a show I see near you, I would definitely suggest it. Again, big up to WWE for having us over at WrestleMania. We had an amazing time.
Yes,
and you can listen back to our WrestleMania show that we did live from Dallas on the Kick Out SoundCloud. It's there. Or you can just listen back on iTunes as well. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I'm trying to remember who this woman had a great time in WrestleMania, and hopefully we got some more stuff for you guys coming up in the following weeks. So stay tuned, stay locked in, man. The Kick Out all day, every
day. Peace. Tweet us, Kick Out Podcast. Later.